Salutations, Dufos. This is your fabulous leader, the Queen of Shade, coming at you with another special presentation. I am truly enjoying myself. These conversations that I am having, I must admit, are mind-blowing, earth-shattering, and so inspirational and motivational, and I'm just totally here for it. Having said that, I have someone else that you need to meet. I was just actually on this man's website because as I was waiting for our time to link up, I decided to do some light reading, find out more, and I did, and we're going to talk about it. So let me not get ahead of myself. Let's introduce him. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you all to Sir Ty.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, darling. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing extremely well. I want to thank you so much for this opportunity for having me on. I can't wait to get into it. So thank you so much for the invite. And
listen,
I'm excited.
my pleasure. And you know what's kind of crazy is I'm such an organic person. I told you before this, I'm a shaman, prophet, oracle, seer. I got all those gifts. So yes, they help me do what I do, you know.
Listen.
Yeah, but you also know job security too. Job security. Can't nobody do it like me, you know.
Come on.
But as I was waiting for our call time, I turn around and Spirit says to me, you know, go to his website. So I go to your website and I'm looking and it said next, like it had the hour countdown to when the next business spotlight would be. And I go down and Spirit said, keep going. So I scroll down and I scroll past the filthy t-shirt. It said filthy, something else. Yeah. I'm looking at the t-shirts. One says God down it, and I love that. Yes. And then I get to the bottom, and it's like, you know, a blog. And I started to read, and I'm not going to go into it right now because we just started. But what I read made me thankful for having you here today with us. So tell us, let's start from the beginning. Oh, don't even start. So tell us where you're from. Start there.
Absolutely. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. Little Creole boy, city boy. And from there, I joined the military at 17, went to Germany. I've been to Iraq twice. I didn't sign up for that passport, but they stamped it, you know, to protect our country, and came back to Georgia, and I've been here ever since.
Now, are you in Atlanta?
I can let February it'll be official. Yes, okay. I'm in around Macon area right now, but making the transition to Atlanta, it'll be February 1st, and I'm there. And when I tell you boots on ground, you don't want to see a day. So yes, going to Atlanta to handle business, and I can't wait.
Right. Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for your service, because I actually just read that you went to Germany and you signed up for the military and you were in Germany. And I read all of that story.
Wow.
So, yeah. So, God, Iraq twice.
Ebo.
Yeah. You know, that kind of.
It was a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot. Coming back, did you find that it was hard to kind of get reacclimated to civilian lifestyle?
You know, well, I would say back then I was Jesus' cousin. And, you know, I was 17, not knowing actually what war was. We went to basic. And when we got to our duty station, they were like, oh, well, you guys, you're about to go to Iraq. You're about to die. Go make sure your mom and everybody get your money when y'all pass away. Ooh. And I'm like, is this a joke? Because they wasn't laughing. And we get to Iraq and it's bomb, it's blood, it's people dying, it's, you know, chemical attacks. I'm like, okay, Jesus, if I go, I want to make sure I'm going up. So for me, it was every day I need to pray, not only for the protection, but my mental, because we would have people that would hear things from back home. You'll be eating a child, you know, food. The next thing you know, they get a bad phone call, their wife cheating on them, or they lost a parent and they commit suicide in the porta potty. I was just talking to this individual. So stuff like that on a daily happening. The first time I went to Iraq, it was 13 and a half months. The second time it was 15 and a half months. So to come back and to halfway have a brain, I said, God, I thank you. So for me, I was always a civilian playing a soldier. So my transition out was like, I'm deuces. I'm gone. I can't take no more. And I'm going to live my life. So it was just a stepping stone to prepare me, the discipline. Like, I hate being late. So that's why I was like, oh my God, to handle the business when it is time to do that. So for me, the transition was easy. I took 6 months off, and then I got into corporate America, and here I am today. So
wow. When you got back, did you, because I read that you grew up in the church. So you were a church boy.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. I grew up in the church too, but I had to leave.
Yeah.
I finally, when I got older, I finally found the courage to be who I am. And I said goodbye. And then, it wasn't, what the funny thing is, you grow up in church. And that's a crazy segue, but you're really into God, so I can talk to you about that.
Well, I have a relationship. It's a difference between religion, because they put you in the box and you can only do this, but the vertical relationship, it's endless possibilities. So we're good.
Yeah.
Not offended. Never, not one time. So continue on. And because my thing is, when you have the vertical in line, your spirit is open, it's free, it's no boundaries, it's no limits. I can't listen. Me and God are here. So everything else is going to flow. It's going to fall in line. So nothing shifts or shakes me. So continue.
No, yes. And that's a beautiful way of even answering me before I started. Like, but what I was going to say was, with me leaving the church, we grow up and we hear about these evangelists and these prophets and these teachers, and I come out of Church of God in Christ. So so it's a lot, and ironically, my prophetic anointing, my seer, my healer, my shaman abilities didn't happen until I left. That's what I was going to say. It was when I left, and like you just said, established the relationship, the vertical and the horizontal, it clicked. It was, it was just like, oh my God, you're here, and I'm not going to hell, and I'm born this way.
And you still love me.
Yes. Wait. It ain't still love me. You loved me before conception. You sent me here.
Right.
To do
I'm not a
this.
mistake.
Yeah, I'm not. Bingo, you got it.
Hey.
I'm not a mistake. I'm not even though my mother was 17 and my father was 28, I'm not a mistake.
It's just the avenue to which got you here.
Yes. And it's just so beautiful. But what I was saying was, I didn't even realize that I had these gifts. I watched everybody else in church move and, move under the unctioning of the Holy Spirit, and this is that and the other. And I came out here, decided to be who I am, and then literally was like, oh, dreams, visions, awake. Okay. Hearing ancestors, hearing spirit, hearing the divine. Okay. It was like, it was when I left that I came into that, but I don't want to stay there.
But because once the shift happened, you had the capacity to receive, because you was trying to live up to and make sure and it was, how can I say, it didn't have the opportunity to freely flow.
It wasn't organic.
When you got aligned and positioned vertically, and being, they say, spirit and in truth, not a spirit and a lie, really connect to who God created me to be, then it's able to flow and to come to pass and come to light and bring the real anointing. How about that?
Yeah. And the reason why I stayed right there is because I read something that we've all tried to do in church. Like before, you said going into the military, right before you realized that your preference was different. And then to kind of not be told that you were going to hell, you kind of swore off any partner, male or female,
Well, nobody but Jesus.
I love how you said that, because sadly, Ty, I hear so many people say, oh, God loves you, but you got to live celibate, or you got to live, and Ty, I've been celibate for 9 years.
Oh, Jesus. God bless you.
Right. But I've been celibate for 9 years because of my business. Gotcha. I needed to get my business together. I needed to learn the entrepreneurial mentality and not the consumer mentality. So I had to focus, and that was the thing. When I started my business, I started with my hair is all over the place. When I started my when I started my business, I did a lot of learning. There was a learning curve. It wasn't someone, with me saying, okay, do this, do this, do this, do this. I had to be medically withdrawn from college because of mental illness, bipolar 1, PTSD, acute anxiety. But even when I was in college, yes, I got a story too, Ty. But even then,
we got to talk,
right? Even then, I said all that to say that, that like, oh, God.
No, you good. Listen, I ain't missed the beat. I'm what they say, VCR, I am tracking. So continue on. Those who don't get it, they will watch it again. But we here.
So crazy that
we here.
Okay. But moving on, let's just move on, because I could stay there forever. But what I liked was that the fact that you came to the realization that you were who you were. And that it wasn't okay, I have to be abstinent forever, because it's a sin, this is, that, and the other. I still deal with that around me sometimes. I'm very careful with who's around me now.
Right.
But, you get older people, your grandmother, your great grandmother, all of that stuff. And they're, oh, Jesus is the way. And I'm like, yes, he is the way. He is. Yes, he is. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Amen.
But he's not. And then they really get crazy, because then it's like, okay, yeah, he's the way, but he created so many other ways. And all these other ways are for specific people, types of people.
Right.
So yeah. So now back to you. So you turn around, right? So you turn around, you come back, you move into corporate America. Did you go to university after or during being in the military?
And in the military, it blesses you. You can have the option to go to schooling while you're in. So
you only just have to give your life. You only have to give your life, but yeah.
I hope you make it out when you finish. Yeah. So I did some courses in, and when I got out, I went into human resource and corporate America, that aspect, but I worked still for the military. I worked on Fort Stewart base. And so I did that. And then after I left and came to Warner Robins and worked at Robins Air Force Base, and I went to school here. And then, I don't know if you know, but I was married to a female. I have two that I like to say original children, because they're mine. Yeah. And well, if you want to go there, we can. But I have 2 kids, and then that marriage dissolved, and I was happily divorced. And I said to myself, I'll put my house for rent, and I'm going to Atlanta. And so that's because I've always been entertainment. Like I thought I was going to be Janet Jackson dancer background, because I love music, I love production, I love film. Or Lawrence Will Smith, my favorite actors. Tony Braxton, my favorite singer. So I'm like, something in this realm I'm going to get into. So I went, attended, and graduated the Art Institute of Atlanta in video production. Yes. From there, while attending, a professor seen something in me, and she said, I'm going to refer you to do an internship at BET. I'm like, okay. I'm like, if it happened, hey. And I got it. And not only did I get it, but when I graduated, because when you do what you do so well, they hired me on as an employee at BET Network. I don't think you heard what I said.
Again.
At the tender age, I was thrust. I don't know if you remember the show on Let's Stay Together on BET.
Sounds familiar.
I did PR work for the final season. And when I tell you, met so many people, work with Debbie Allen, Carlton from off of Will Smith, Fresh Prince, work with him, Big Boy from Outkast. Like, it just was so many celebrities coming in, and God said, I'm training your spirit to be around greatness. Yeah. Because not only, oh my God, it's you, calm down. Because there are people just like us. They'll gravitate more to you if you know what, how you do, I'm somebody too. How are you? And from there, we have a conversation. I'll tell you my favoriteest, not a word, my favoriteest actress from Living Single, Maxine Shaw. She came and did 2 guest appearances on the show. And when I tell you, so open, she gave me her number. She was so authentically real. I said, you crazy in real life. But it was just, we laughed, we ate together. She didn't, go off to the side and with the other actors. She's like, I'll stay with y'all. Like, what we talking about? What we doing today? And it just allowed me to see that, yes, they're human too. They want relation, with, I won't say a comment for, but with production. And it's not that big of a deal. Calm that down and just be real. And your true self will bring you before greatness. So that journey took me. So yes, to answer your question, I did do schooling, but it was some and then after. And yeah. I hope I'm not talking too much because
no, I love it. No, listen, we got 60 minutes to fill. You talk all you want.
Okay.
Talk all you want. We got 60 minutes. I'm like, look here now. You say all that you need to say because we got to fill this for 60 minutes. All right.
I could do that. I could do that.
Yeah. So,
but no, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
No, but that experience, it just spring forth me to having the boldness and the confidence that, watching other people in their area of expertise, like, you can do this, whatever it is, it's in front or behind it. Because I'm an actor, I'm a model, I produce, I direct, I do stage plays, I've been in stage plays, I direct stage plays. So therefore, giving me that platform to say, hey, you are observe, take notes, gain the wisdom, glean from the legend. Debbie Allen, you stand right here. And yes. And then I was like, yes, ma'am. What else you need? You know what I'm saying? So just having the opportunity to be in the presence of, like, it just was mind blowing to me. I said, God, I appreciate you. And then from there, I started my own talk show called The Tys Experience. And well, while in school, because they gave us free equipment. And so I would book a suite in a hotel. Bring celebrities in. Hey, I have my little mini green room. What you want? You want the water? You want vanilla this? And they say, I have been on many interviews and Sir Ty, your show. You allowed us to be free, and you treated us as if, because my mindset, I'm gonna be the male Oprah. So some of my stuff is still on YouTube of the people I interview, but it has been a journey. And I tell people, if I ain't ready yet, but if he decides, I have lived a life that is so fulfilling to me. And I say, God, if you don't do anything else, you've already done enough. And I know that's so cliche to say, but I am so grateful. And we'll get to my present state. But to get here, it wasn't easy. It was a journey. Yes, I tried to kill myself because I got a divorce from my wife, my 2 kids who were just born. I couldn't even go on the side of the house because all that stuff were gone. And I said, I can't make this. I can't do this. I'm embarrassed. One, the church, they loved me last week. And then she outed me. And then everybody was like, okay, you can't come here. We're rebuking, I was about to train to be a minister. I was a mentor. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, I always tell my guests that.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll get back. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. And so, yeah, so and in that moment, I tell this story and I can, I was here, over there.
Yeah.
And it was one cold night, and I'll never forget it. And I had the bottle of pills in my hand. And I said, God, if you are God, you better do something, because I physically cannot take this anymore. Mm-hmm. And as I'm holding the pills, and I said, I'm doing it, water right here, and I'm checking out. And I looked up, kid you not, hologram, a picture of my son, Prince Jordan, and a picture of my son, Prince Jonathan. It was like floating, and God spoke and said, what would be said of you if your children ask, hey, where's my dad? Or what happened to my dad? Oh, well, he killed himself because he couldn't take the pressure.
Wow.
And when I tell you the scripture that he gave, he said, eyes have not seen.
Yeah.
Ears have not heard. For the things, that are coming that I have in store for you. And when I tell you, I screamed so loud, I threw all the pills in the toilet, and I said, God, from this day forward, I would never forfeit my destiny because of weakness, because something didn't go my way, because tragedy happened. Heaven wasn't surprised that a divorce happened. Okay. So if they're not shaken, the angels, God ain't, oh my God, why should I be? So it gave me another level of confidence. Say, though he slay me, yet will I serve him. Though something hit my life, guess what? I just have to shift and maneuver, overcome and improvise. It's going to be okay. Cry. Everybody got a sad story you heard. Put on all and get over it. don't nobody want to hear that. Don't complain. It's your life. If you don't like it, then change it. So that's what I did. I started changing the things that I did not like. I started changing the things and what I seen around me. Like I'm not for the dumbness anymore. I'm focused. And when I tell you, once you lay your mind on your vision, manifestation happens.
Yes. You know what's so funny? This is divine, because that is exactly where I was going. I was going to the point that I just read it. Wow. Spirit just sent me to your website. I literally just read the fact that you fought to stay in your children's lives. Yes, the fact that she didn't even want you in their lives. And you said, oh, no. These are my biological genetic children. I love the fact that you talked about, and that was my comment after it's moderated, because you got one of them sites that has to be moderated.
It's gonna be approved.
Before it's approved.
Queen. You're good,
Queen. But I wrote in my comment, in my response to your story there, that there are so many young Black boys that don't have a father. You talked about your father coming around to show face. You talk, and when I was reading it, I saw my father. Wow. My father, mental illness. That's how I got it. Hereditary. Mother too. Popping up from behind trees. I was watching you from across the street.
Wow.
But you couldn't come you couldn't knock on the door. Maybe you didn't get along with my mother's family. You couldn't knock on the door or run up to me and say, hey, because I knew who you were. I've known since I was 2 years old. My mother used to put me down. I come from the projects, so right between the buildings, she would put me down and I would run to him and he'd pick me up. I was 2, I remember that. So I'm like, you couldn't, hey, I'm your dad, here's $20, here's $50, get some shoes, but I love, the reason why I say that is because I love the fact that you fought. You were like, listen, I don't care what your church and everybody else is saying. These are my kids. And I love that you put on there dealing with her and the court cases. In the court cases, you fought for your children. And I was so touched, moved, and inspired by that, because there are so many men out here whom that was a way out. They didn't want to be fathers in the first place. It's an easy, she's relieving me of my responsibility, but Lord, the detriment that it has to every Black boy. And Absolutely. You said, I will not perpetuate this cycle. And then you talked about your fiance and him having children. Right. And you guys bringing together a blended family and getting on with your lives.
Yes.
Absolutely. When I tell you, you blessed me before I even came here. You blessing me. You blessing me now. No, you're blessing me now, but you blessed me. And what I love about this, I love doing this my way, is because I can take the time to do it. I ain't got to move on to the next segment. We can talk about this as much as we want. And that's what I wanted in life. And God gave me. Said, okay, I want to run it myself.
Nice.
And that's what I'm doing, because I wanted to be authentic. My whole brand, the Queen of Shade brand, the whole time I've been doing it has been, I've been in entertainment for 20 years and it has not gone my way. But the last 6 years, explosion. And it wasn't until I started to I've had therapy for 15 years, but to tackle
it works.
It does to tackle these issues. These issues. I saw my father. Now, mind you, my father knows where I am. He has my phone number. My siblings have my phone number. My father sent me, I want to say back in 2015, 2016, sends me a message via Facebook like a fan and says, oh, hey, I always knew you'd be successful. I always knew you would make it. Oh. You couldn't call me and say that?
Right. Thanks, I guess. Okay.
That was my response. I said, oh, hey, thanks. And ended the transmission. And I ain't heard from him since. It's 2022. Wow. That was 2015. Wow. And my thing is, the reason why I'm staying right here is because You're a father, not just to your sons, your fiance sons, but to the world, to our community. I am uplifting a father. Even in your work, you are making sure you build a legacy. That legacy will not only support your children, but the children of the diaspora around the world who are this. And that's what I find is so moving and so inspirational, because we ain't got no daddies out here. Even like this, I'm a father. I've raised my nephews. I've had my nephews since they were 8 and 9. They're 19 and 20.
Come on.
And my baby said to me, my baby that's still here, because one's in California, my baby said to me, Unc, I never thought I'd learn how to be a real man from a gay man.
Wow.
Yep. Said that to me because you taught me how to handle my responsibilities, how not to shuck my responsibilities, how to stand flat-footed and face whatever's going on in my life. We don't run. We don't run. Yes. And that's the crazy thing, is because I was speaking to a young man that I interviewed some time ago online the other day about the conversation, and we're not going to have this conversation because that's a whole separate conversation. But he was trying to illustrate why he liked masculine men he was masculine for masculine. Okay, and I said to him, basically, just to paraphrase, I said, it is all right for you to like what you like. Right. But do not bring up feminine men and talk about us in a negative light to get what you want. Right. Just you can have this conversation, just come out with the information that you need to portray or put out there. Right. I'm masculine, I'm looking for masks. You don't need to say nothing about feminine men. Because as I was reading the comments, I'm reading, oh, I want a man that looks like a man. Oh, I want a man that acts like a man. And I said to him, see what you did? See what you did? You opened up this whole door for hate. And that's not what we're about. But anyway, moving on. So,
but I want to, if we can touch,
go ahead.
If we can, Robo, on the father subject, and I'll the radio edit, not the CD version. I'll be quick. While I was in school, right, in Atlanta, after the divorce happened, constantly child support. I was paying over $1,500 a month for 2 kids, with no job.
Right. With no job.
You wanted full custody. You made my life a living hell. I'm in Atlanta. It's 2 hours from Atlanta to Warner. I am driving a pizza car that I bought back and forth because the judge granted you the primary vehicle that was still in my name that I'm still paying for back then. Yeah. So it's all dissolved now. But what I'm saying is, it's like as you said or stated, it would have been an easy out. Oh, well, she fighting and it's court, it's expensive. I ain't got to do this. Right. And when I tell you, I had a relentless pursuit that not only will you not let me see my kids, you will not continue to disrespect me, because I don't care if I'm a drug addict. I don't care if I'm a circus clown or an alcoholic.
You said that on your blog.
Be their father. So we ain't gotta like each other, but I respect you as their mother, and you damn sure will respect me, excuse my French, as their father. I'm bringing back memories. So, because, and going through, like I said, I ain't got no money, and I did, went through programs, and I asked people, hey, just give me this so I can go to court, I pay you back, pay people back. But it was a firm focus that I will forever be in their lives, no matter what. I don't care. We don't have to get along. We can meet at Burger King. Guess what? I will be there on time, waiting on you. Police can be present. I don't care.
Yeah.
And what it is, oh, well, you're gay. I don't want my son. I can't make them gay.
Yeah.
I was born this way. So if they want to grow up and be gay, guess what? I will be the loving gay father to my gay son or sons. But if they're straight, either way, I'm going to love them regardless. Yes. And I'm not going to, oh, this is the gay way or this is the straight way. I'm going to teach and train them as a father, love, support, discipline, being on time. You look people in their eyes, pussyfooting around like, hey, no, you are firm-footed in who you are, just as you said you was given to your nephew. So with that being said, fast forward, like now it is so amazing that we just flow.
Yeah.
It's like night and day. I was just telling someone that it's text only. We don't have conversation. Hey, I'm outside, we'll whoop, and okay, boom, and that's it. My sons are 15 and 12 now. And as they're getting older, she would say things, but now they see, okay, Daddy, you do love us. Or you didn't come. It was her. Right. I have police reports to prove it. Yeah. I was at the front door. She took y'all somewhere else, and I traveled 2 freaking hours from Atlanta to come here. Oh, well, you can't get them. Georgia PD, you need to be on the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wasted my gas, my time, and so you would do things to try to get her. Oh, he's angry. No, I'm pissed off at the fact that you keep acting like I don't want to be in their lives, and I do. So long story short, it worked out, and there's a book coming out soon. So, because you're gonna pay for my pain.
But get this, can we just? I've had this floating around in my mind for a long time. I was going to do a segment about it, and can we just shed light on the fact that we live in our community? The misogyny in our community is at an all-time high, and I mean as Black people. But can we acknowledge the fact that Black women have a serious and huge part to play in the misogyny, because they get upset, they feel rejected, they feel less of a woman, they feel this, they feel that, and all of a sudden they start in our children. Oh, I don't want, you got to act like this, don't stand like that. That's it. Yeah. They're the ones that make men, our men, not feel okay being themselves. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. But that's what it is. She put you through that because she wanted to get back at you. That's what that was.
Yeah.
But at the same time, God didn't let it always, it didn't do it. Yeah, and it's like, that is
the
so,
weapons form, it did not prosper.
Yes.
I can take it now. Come on.
Yeah.
So yeah. But at the end of the day, you may have the little battles that you won, but I will win the war.
Yeah.
Believe me.
I have a personal question for you.
Yes.
Did she ever remarry or move on?
Absolutely. And it almost, to the point, it almost got worse, because the reason why I moved from Atlanta back here, because it was just constant court, and I can't, it's gas, it's cars hand up. So you want to move back in my house and we can be on the same level field. I'm here now, let's go. So she remarried, they had a daughter, and then my partner moved, and it just was like, moved in, and kind of like, what's going on here? It's like, my children still will come to the house. If you want to meet him, introduce, that's fine. We can have that meeting, but nothing's going to change. So, yeah.
This speaks to the religious standpoint.
Oh, let me say, she's a pastor too. Yeah. But you know what? All is forgiven. I had the conversation, and I asked forgiveness of God. If I did anything, woo-woo, I asked forgiveness of her. If I embarrassed you, made you feel a certain type of way, as Dr. Jackie said, I'm done with it. I'm moving on. I'm not holding on bitterness, unforgiveness. I can talk about it without, because it's released. I'm not holding on to that poison. If you want to be bitter and upset, and you take that to the altar, because I'm over it, and I'm moving on with my life.
I have a question. Do your kids go to therapy?
Not yet.
Yeah. When able, I would suggest that.
Yeah.
Because you got, like, that's what people don't realize you did, but they're around that, they hear that, the connotations. Then she's a pastor, so she's raising them Jesus, like she's raising them. So even if they don't, even though they love you, I know that there's a bone of contention.
Of course.
There's a bone of contention, because it's like, okay, well, this is what we're being indoctrinated with. We're being taught this, and dad is other,
right. Oh my God, the hardest thing, and not even this was harder than Iraq, like the hardest thing for
you said it was harder than Iraq. I caught that.
To tell.
You said that in your blog.
To tell my kids my truth. Yeah. And not the point of embarrass, whatever. I'm daddy until you need to know. It ain't your business. So you need to know I'm daddy, you my kids, and we rolling this way. And so it was the most difficult thing I had to do. And my oldest son was like, man, that's it. Okay. And he just, went to sleep. But my youngest son, eyes filled up with tears, and he said, Daddy, you're gay.
Yeah.
And he just uncontrollably started to cry. And he said, I don't want you to go to hell. I don't want you to go to hell. And I just grabbed him and I said, it's going to be okay. I'm not going to hell. God still loves me. And it was a moment. And I said, God, you're going to have to help me with this because, and from, we would have spot conversation. I would take one, we'll work around the neighborhood, the community, and how you doing? Everything's okay. Everything, because I didn't want them. My whole thing was trying to protect them. But she would use that against me. Well, if you don't, I'm gonna tell them, whoa. This is my truth. They're gonna hear from the source. So I wanted to tell them the truth versus address a scandal.
That's what you said.
I heard your daddy. Well, he liked, but they da. We can talk about it. Let's go. But I wanted them to be older enough to comprehend and not to be fighting my battles. Well, your daddy gay, or you da. No. This is my life. This is who I am. And I wanted them to come up and be brought up without that bull. So when it was time, when I was serious about getting, with my partner, I have to have this conversation because I want you guys to hear from me. Yeah. And I think they hurt, but they respected the fact that it came from me and not an outside source.
Yeah. This interview is going the way that the divine wants it to go, and I'm here for it because we don't talk about these kind of things enough. And I can't help but keep saying, but look what the Black woman did. She was upset, and look what she did. Get this. Look at this.
Actually, she was Dominican. So
yeah, but let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Dominicana, let me tell you something.
They Black, yeah.
Melanin, anything with melanin is part of our diaspora.
They say you're not white.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
But I commend you and I applaud you for fighting for what was yours. Mm-hmm. You had those babies. She couldn't have had them babies without you. And I applaud your fight and your struggle to be like, no, I'm going to be in my babies' lives. Like, that is just, wow, that is just something. So fast forward, you're moving to Atlanta for business.
Yes.
What type of business? Or can you not talk about it?
Some I signed an NDA for, but some I can talk about. So for the ones that I will say, I have my final season of Black Business Spotlight. I just gave that tidbit. January 18th, have some amazing guests, and that was birthed out of the COVID era, the pandemic, at home. And I'm like, okay, what can I do to contribute? Because I'm not going picket signs and whatever. So my thing was, I want us to build a community where we support each other. The Jews buy from the Jews, the Chinese buy from the Chinese. So why as Black people, we can't support each other? We have the crab in the barrel, and who you think I am a child of God. I am somebody who's got a vision is going to manifest. That's who I am. And so therefore the cattiness and the jealousy, I wanted to strike all of that and say, hey, here is a platform that you can come on. I want to hear about your journey. I want to hear about your business. Where can people go? And so I just was going to do one season. I had 10 guests, and I thought that's it. And so I just kept getting inquiries. When did you see season 2? It ain't no season 2. And I said, someone told me like, well, maybe you should do another. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. And so that was amazing. And then, okay, this is the last season, season 3, January 18th, because I can share this. I'm working on a podcast towards the end of the year where it's not just Black. I don't want to be in a box. Like, Black business will be discussed, but we can talk about the game. We can talk about entertainment. We can talk about religion. We can talk about, different topics. So I want to be, like, as you say, on your own, your freedom, and not, Black business is good. Like I said, it'll still flow over, but I have a broader subject matter where I can bring more guests in and talk about more topics and reach more people where they are. So Black Business Spotlight, January 18th. We have more t-shirts. I'm coming out with something that I can't share, but it's going to hopefully go viral because it is the realm that I'm in. And not only, it's just something to say, it's something that in my life has been happening. So I want to put it on a t-shirt and a hoodie to allow you guys to come into what has been happening to me. Like this shift that I'm in now, I'm speechless at the things that are transpiring. I'm saying, is this real? And I can't even talk about it right now, but to the utmost, I'm more grateful. I'm more humble. I am more excited about life, but taking each breath, inhale, exhale. Thank you, God. I'm excited about small things, the family time, the quality time. It ain't about, oh, I got to be in every pipe down. Life is short. I'm not mad with nobody but the devil. Okay. And when I tell you my life, I'm living it on purpose now versus just, oh, I'm going to exist. I'm going to do a little stuff, but everything is intentional. Everything is intentional. And so when you reached out, I was like, okay, God, you want me to, can I go out? And they were just like, wow, like, because I'm used to interviewing people, so I'm like, to sit on the other side, like, okay, let's do it. But that's one thing. I have Freshmen. I don't know if you, my page was hacked. So I had everything all along. My links to my page is Forever Father. It's my nonprofit. Freshmen is my business where young Black African-American gay men who, I just had a vision. Every time there's a pride or a big, whatever goes on, it's fights, it's cattiness, bottles thrown, windows broken, police call. I wanted a space and a place where we could come together, right? Where it's a 3-day retreat. And right now we're just working on a date because I don't want to do it around graduations and all that kind of stuff. So it's about to explode really soon. Because 2 years we've kind of been on pause because of COVID. I said, if 10 people come, it's going to happen because I'm not waiting anymore. So Freshman was developed about 4 years ago, 3 years ago. And I just had an idea. I said, I wanted to create a space and a place where people can come. We're positive, we're like-minded, we're business people, we're people that don't tolerate the bull, that we have a quality and standard of life, right? So Friday night is the pajama jam, DJ, free drink, meet and greet. And then, what I'm saying? And it's kind of like we do just have a welcoming ceremony where everybody's just flowing, getting to know each other. Okay, Saturday is the round table. There's no cell phones, there's no access to recording devices because we talk about molestation. We talk about being kicked out, being disowned from your family, being abused and, same-sex relationships. And we talk about, being outcast and nobody wants to be with you. And I'm by myself and suicide and attempts and, almost over, what I'm saying? So the first year it happened, it wasn't a dry eye in the room. And everyone from the round table left out saying that I thought I was by myself. Yeah. I connected. So it's building a brotherhood. We exchange numbers and we keep in contact. And it's like, if you're down, you got a moment, hey, give me a call, so building that community where, let's go. No, that's cool. But at the end of the day, we should have something that is a stabilizer, that is a foundation that it doesn't rock ship. Oh, she cat. I ain't calling. No. It's a positive brotherhood. Right. And that night we talk about, that after the round table, then we do activities. So for the activities, group activities where we team building, we work together. If you don't know, this person, you're going to come together and you're going to spend some time. And how can you 2 or 3 of whatever this group, fulfill this task? At the end, we talk about pillow talk, where we talk about sex, different positions, I like this, or what do you like? Okay, well, why do you find that offensive? So then Sunday is the freshman brunch. Where we all come together and we fellowship and we eat. And then after that, it's kind of like the after review, the after flow. What can we do to make it better? What can we do to kind of, broaden and reach more people? And, they get gift bags. And so for me, that's like my baby. Like I am just, when that happened and the next year it happened, it just was growing and growing, and COVID hit because we was going to get this huge mansion in Atlanta and like, we're going to do it. I'm like, COVID said not this year. So, but this year is happening. So to say all that, to say this, keep your eyes open because registration will happen. I'm telling you, it's a limited amount of people that we can bring in to, go with the COVID restriction. But at the same time, if you make it in, your life will never be the same.
You know what I love? I want to stay there for a second because when I was a child, I was molested and raped.
Wow.
And then when I came of age and found out who I was, then I was kicked out.
Wow.
And I was homeless for a long time.
Wow.
And I was homeless after I came home from college. So it was like, Black people, we don't discuss mental illness. Oh, it's if Jesus can't fix it, nobody can fix it. But here I am with it. And my family wasn't with it and didn't understand. And there was no conversation, no open dialogue. And it was like, okay, well, you're gay and you're crazy. You got to go.
Wow. So
what I loved is I love all of the different days and I love the topics because I say this a lot, even in my book that I'm writing, that,
come through.
When puberty hits, we all go through chemical changes, male and female.
Right.
And unfortunately for the young Black man, first of all, let me tell you something, and you know this, our Black boys are seriously and severely at risk. And I'm gonna tell you exactly
endangered species.
And I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because other races prey on our boys, prey on the insecurities, prey on the financial deficits. There's a lot that happens to our boys that they don't have anyone to tell. There is no one they can go to and say, I'm having these emotions. I need this. What do I do? First of all, our babies don't even know how to properly prepare for sexual intercourse.
Hello. Yes.
Okay. And to have this forum where it allows young men to get the information that they may not have received. And I'm going to lean to the point of saying have not received. That is a monumental, explosive, trend-setting idea because we got to talk about this. I have a baby and I love him. I have a baby that I love, but I can see sadness in his spirit. And every time I talk to him, I see such sadness. He contracted, now mind you, church baby, contracted HIV at 15.
Wow.
And what made me upset was he contracted HIV, not messing around with kids his age. He was messing with older men that had been exposed to sexual,
Didn't know better.
Yes, but now our babies get caught up in it because, but let me say this, they always get this wrong. It's not that they have daddy issues, but our young boys will go for older men because older men are required and should be required and responsible for teaching them the ropes. And if you don't have that in your home, you go looking in your community for men that can teach you the ropes. And I did the same thing. And you know what? I realized something. Even the men that taught me the ropes, for lack of a better word, they weren't shit.
Like you said, because you hit something, it's supposed to be lessons learned, but that becomes the foul because they feel, oh, well, he's catering to me. I'm older, So it's a mindset of they take advantage. And it should be, let me protect you. Let me show you how to do it, clean or whatever, or, clean yourself or protect yourself, don't be fast. So the lessons, what I've been through, I don't want you to experience. So let me dump the wisdom on you versus unloading and ejaculating.
Right. So this is the thing. I heard this statistic back in 2011. And I recently interviewed someone and the statistic is still the same. 1 in 2 Black young gay men has HIV. 1 in 2. That's 50%. 50%. And this is the thing. These babies, we need to talk about all of that. Prep, everything. And I'm going to say something too, like I'm looking at other opportunities. I'm exploring other opportunities or other avenues Because like I said, I've been celibate for 9 years,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not going to be celibate for the rest of my life. And my career is going well. So I do have more time to myself. And the thing about it was I went to take and get PrEP. And we like, and this is the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of our young Black men have mental illness as well.
That's not being discussed. Or afraid to come forward because y'all know y'all crazy. Y'all know because
but your mom been collecting a check on you. But your mom been collecting a check on you since you was little.
Thank you. And you the only one that don't know something wrong.
You don't know. And get this, I went recently for PrEP. I have to make some with my psychiatrist. I have to make some changes because the medicine that I take for my mental illness will render my PrEP inoperative.
Wow.
I didn't even know. I was sitting with my doctor and said, oh, you can't take this. It will not work based on the medicine you take for your mental illness.
Wow.
So I have to now sit with my psychiatrist and restructure my medicine because now I have to take something that first of all, I have to get used to because I've been taking this medicine for 15 years.
Wow.
But I have to protect myself at the same, you know? Yeah. And I'm sorry, condoms ain't enough. Condoms ain't enough.
Condoms. What you condom? That's the curse word. What you mean? People use condoms today?
Oh, right.
That helps the spread of okay.
Right. No, I had a very active sex life in my past. And I used condoms.
I was a professional hoe.
Let me tell you something. Okay, then I could tell you because I was tiptoeing around it, but I was manic. And that's the thing, you know, when we get manic, we're already, what's inside of you is amplified. There was a need to be myself. I had always had an irregular sex life through the church and fear of hell and this, that, and the other. So I would have sex and I would feel guilty. And then I would go for a long time without having sex. And then I would get back into sex, find out that I enjoyed it and binge. So I had one summer of 2008, I slept with 85 men. And that was that. And get it, I'm not sorry about it. I'm not, I don't regret it. No, I have no regrets.
And
but I wore condoms. And that's what, because sexually I'm a blouse. And that's another thing. Our babies don't know terminologies. They don't know what is what, you know, all we know
about and emotions and hormones.
Yes. And it's in depth because this is not just your sexual position. This is who you are. This is who you are.
And it's okay.
Yes.
To be you.
To show up as yourself. But I learned even when I was in my stint of being a female phone sex agent, because I did that because of my voice. And I learned that, you know, people shun and the church shuns, you know, they call it promiscuity, but it's not even being promiscuous. Men have high sex drives.
Okay, go ahead. I'm
okay. I'm gonna start it. You gonna end it. Okay, you gonna swoop. I'm going high. You go low.
I'm gonna do a helium balloon. But go ahead. High sex drive. Okay.
High sex drives, and we need to not make them feel ashamed for that. But we need to equip them on how, like I did, because I don't have HIV today. I slept with 85 men. I don't have HIV today. I don't have syphilis. I don't have herpes. I don't have nothing. But the sad thing was, and it's a good thing for me, was that I got the opportunity to leave the hood. I grew up in the suburbs from 10 years old up until college. So we had in school the sex talk that they knew. So we talked about sex ed, you know, so I got that. And a lot of babies are not getting that. And because of that, we have a lot falling prey to a lot of things. But go ahead, you go low. I went high, you go low.
No, you were right where you needed to be. So I just had this conversation with one of my friends not too long ago. So you said high sex drive, right?
Yes.
So let's say that a person labels someone, oh, you have sex with a lot of people, so you got high sex drive, but they get in a relationship and they don't have sex that often.
Right.
I'm like, what happened? We're supposed to be fucking every day.
Right.
There's a difference between having a high sex drive and then having a high sex appetite, meaning variety, meaning that you like the numerous new, fun, So it's a difference. Yeah, you just boom, boom, boom. You have sex, have sex. That's the high sex drive. But there's also a high appetite. So therefore, I want to taste all of the Baskin Robbins. Okay.
Yeah.
And so those conversations on my part, we'll be talking about and discussing. So there's a difference.
Beautiful. Because there is a difference. Because now that you said that, I have a high sex appetite because I'm not monogamous. As I became who I became, and she gained notoriety.
Come on.
Monogamy is not something.
Why would you put limitations on the who? Come on.
My thing is now that she has come to the world and she has the opportunity to sample, to sample from all over, all kinds of flavors of ice cream. She is, she
double scoops.
With the banana split, okay,
and the caramel drizzle.
Yes. But you see, these are but I just love. I knew this conversation. If they watch it back, it was about manhood and fatherhood and our boys. It was about being great examples. It was about teaching our young men what they don't know, but they desperately need to know. It was about teaching to not take advantage of them. That's what they can take away from this situation and this conversation, because we didn't plan to do this. We didn't plan to talk about.
I didn't know what we're going to talk. I just was excited to come on. So this people watching, this was unscripted. This is live TV.
Right? But get it, so many nuggets have been dropped here. And now I have a question, because now we were having a conversation.
Come on.
What would you say to the father that is gay, that has children, and is going through the same thing you are, where you have to fight for your children, to fight for your right to identify the way that you do? There are so many young men that are dealing with that. What would you say to them?
My first thing would, and just not being deep, I would say always pray, because you have to keep God first for direction, for stability, for your peace, for your mental state, because going through that, like I said, that was worse. Listen,
you said it was worse than Iraq.
Well, the telling my kids, but like going through that, it was as bad as that. But to talk directly to you, young king, I would definitely say never give up, because that's what they want you to do. They want to, we won, we're gonna get child support, we're gonna we're gonna target, and then the government have another black man on child support. Okay, the government have to so that the mother of the child's gonna be on welfare. So that's a game for them, and they get paid in the process. So we gotta go to court, we gotta get a lawyer, we gotta go for a judge, we gotta pay for court fees. So all of this, multiple jobs. I did side work. I gave blood. Listen, it was an endless pursuit, because the worst thing she ever told me was, I'm married now, so this can be their dad, and you can sign over your rights.
Wow.
I said, don't you ever in your freaking life disrespect me to that degree ever again.
Wow.
I'm here forever. So my thing is to pray. My thing is to never give up. My thing is to have a core support group, because my mom, my sister, people that were giving me advice, not, if I was you, no, how to strategically move, because they want you to pop off when you're in court. You ain't we got to have supervisions. So I started Forever Fathers because people like me, I wanted to make sure that that's still in the fight, that and it's coming, it's going to be developed. We had something last year where I brought all the fathers, we did like a 2-day event, and we had discussion and stuff like that. But I want to honor Black fathers, so that's Forever Fathers. That's that piece. No matter what, I'm nobody's baby's daddy. I'm a father to legacy.
I saw that on your shirt. You can get that shirt on your website.
Exactly. And so definitely don't, no matter what happens between you and the mother, my hashtag is the other parent.
Yeah.
No matter what happens between you and the other parent, don't allow the kids to feel that animosity or that stress or that struggle. You know, you two, regardless of the fact, fuss when they're not in the room or have arguments, but not in front of your seeds, because the kid, they love their mother just like they love you. Yeah. So if you come and like, whoa, you fussing that out, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a bad situation. I wish no one had to go through this, but life happens. So you have to really just take a moment to sit in it and then, okay, how am I moving forward? What do I need to do? You know, go get research and find attorneys that's really going to fight. And, you know, if a judge is only on her side, request a judge change. I didn't know that, you know, so going and reading and looking at other court cases, and google.com is your best friend. Yeah. I could be a damn lawyer after all the shit I've been through, but, you know, researching and I don't care. I'm coming back. Oh, he's here again. Like, just make smart comments. I'll say this, because not a lot of people know this. I went to jail for 24 hours. Never. I grew up in New Orleans, Louisiana. I was surprised to make it to be 16-year-old. You know, my cousin was gang member, selling drugs, whatever. Right. Out of my 30 years in life, never been to jail. Yeah. And at this particular time, I got into it with the judge at the child support case, and he said, she said, and I popped off. And I said, first of all, what you will not do. I was representing myself, and the judge went, Bailiff, take him to the back. I was playing. Like, what you mean? And mugshot, stayed in jail. And at the time, you know, my partner at the time got the whole mom, and, you know, they got me out. But it's 24 hours. I said, God, I never want to be here. 1, 2, I am so sorry. 3, it allowed me to have conversations with people that had not allowed me to have that experience, you know, because I was in jail and I was literally praying for people. And I'm like, God, am I supposed to be doing this? Jesus went to jail. Paul went to jail. So who are you? You know, and conversations were had, and, oh man, you're gonna be getting out here soon. I'm like, I don't know. This is my first time. I don't know if I'm getting out or whatever. You know, I'm not gonna be here long, but I just know I'm not supposed to be here, but I was supposed to be there for that time, for that duration, for that season. And in that, I said, you ain't ever got to worry about me going to jail. But I say that to say this: keep your composure, Father, because they want you to pop off so they can, oh, he got a record, or, oh, we can put him in jail, oh, we can keep you in here, we're gonna take your license. And this was the dumbest thing. So my child support was so freaking high. I paid some, I was doing what I could, $1,500, but you would take my driver's license. How the hell am I supposed to get a job? How am I supposed to come pick up my kids? Like, make that make sense to me. Yeah. So it just was irritating. Oh my God, this was so my emotions and everything was on probation. Like, I just, in my head, I couldn't take no more. I said, God, you're going to have to help me get through this. So I would pray. I would encourage you, get with people, like I said, that will have your back, that will support you for real. And at the end, because you will win, at the end, when you cross over and look back, pay it forward and help somebody else out if you see them in that situation.
You know what's so crazy? Like, I can even, with my intuitiveness, tell that the judge was punishing you also for being gay.
Listen, no, you about to make me, okay.
See?
I'm gonna listen, because it's taking me back. Outed me. It was a courtroom full of people.
Yeah. 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 I understand the unspoken.
And like I said, it's no hate, no enemy. I forgave, but in that moment when she said the way, Your Honor, he's gay, and it just, the entire courtroom and I just, like, I wanted to freaking disappear.
Yeah.
I said, excuse me, what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
And from there, that, like you said, it escalated. Oh, well, oh, really? So is he bringing men? Is it a revolving door? what? Like, it just got really nasty. And that's what we're not going to do is disrespect me. And we had our exchange, and I brought my ass to the back. But still, you know, in that moment, it just was like, oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I commend you for your story. I commend you for your journey. I commend you for your fight. I commend you for the love that you have for your sons and yourself. I commend you for the love that you have for the divine, for God. I commend you for the love that you have for your fellow man. It's situations like these where a person has every right to be mad at the entire world, and they turn around and still live in love. No bitterness, no resentment, no animosity. We remember, and we still feel the sting.
That part, yes.
But it's a choice. So that's the one thing we could choose. See, being gay was not a choice, but choosing to be a better person is a choice.
Despite what has been presented in front.
Yes. I am going to freak out watching the playback.
I didn't know what to expect. I know it was gonna be good. That's why I was like,
oh, it was good.
I'm driving, Queen. I'm coming, Queen. Don't kill yourself, because baby, I was like, get out of the way. And because I hold now. A lot of people say, well, I don't know if I can trust God, but can God trust you? We want to trust God, but you can't even honor your own and keep your own word. So what God look like? I'm gonna keep mine when you'll keep yours. So for me, intention, I'm here, I'm gonna be on time, I'm gonna do the show. And yes, you know, meeting opposition, whatever, but I said, please allow me a few minutes. And when I came here, it was like a woo, I changed it up, boom, I'm here. You know, so keeping your own word to your own self and then to everybody else. Because we lie to ourselves every day. When we going to the gym, I'm gonna go next week, I'm gonna eat better, I'm gonna take my vitamins, you're lying. Just say, damn it, today I ain't doing a damn thing. And if I feel like it, I will. But if I'm not, so what? Who gonna check me, boo?
Exactly.
Nobody.
Exactly. Get this. In therapy, I learned I could lie to everyone else. I couldn't lie to me. I learned that in therapy. I could lie to everybody. I could tell, and this is my thing. Like,
I'm fine.
People ask me,
okay.
Exactly. So you knew exactly where I was going. It's like an automated response. It's a lie. You don't want to talk about what's really going on with you, so you say I'm fine. It's a lie. But
I want to interject. Okay, you say you lied to them, but they lied to themselves, because if you really ask me, how am I doing? Do you really want to know? Do you have time if I go in depth?
You really don't want me to go in depth.
Unpack this. Right. Do you really want to know? When they say, do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we lie to each other. I really don't care, but I'm gonna ask, good morning, but I really want to say it. But then, okay, I'm fine, I'm blessed, but then it's like, we just could have just kept moving. Don't say nothing to me, I'll say nothing to you.
I have another question. With all that you do with your businesses and the fathers and freshmen and things like that, do you find it difficult to deal with us? Because, and I'm gonna tell you why, because even with my business, even with what I do, I go over better with this than I do with this. And a part of my business is I always, like on my social media, I have a name for that. Everybody knows me. I scout Black and Latin men from all over the world, and I bring them together and I show them off.
Yes.
But get this, another part of my not being in a relationship is I've never had a Black brother who didn't disrespect me in some way, shape, or form. Maybe one who was heterosexual, but I mean, literally, like I part of my career is devoted to helping them get exposure and shine. Yet all you've done my whole life is abuse and misuse. So I find, like, because I'm in the process now of preparing to head to France, because I was there when I'm 39 now. I was I'm 39.
Come on, Queen. I'm newly 38, but go ahead.
Oh my God. No, but that was the thing when I had the chance when I was 22 to go and model, and
amazing.
There are Black people there, but they don't
Yes.
have this mentality, this American Black mentality.
Yes. Yes.
And I just, I want to know, like, do you have difficulty getting to show up on time, rallying around them, getting in a fight for themselves, getting in to listen? Because like, that's what I won't do. That's why I don't do that. Like, I'll show you, I'll shine on you, and I'll go on, because I'm not getting caught up in your, oh, but you need to be here and we need to be on one accord. I'm not.
I'll say this, because of who I am.
Yeah.
And people say and look like I don't take no shit attitude face.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even attract that.
Yeah.
So I don't, for me personally, Black, white, Spanish, I just, you come into the presence, you either going to help aid the vision, or you can watch it from afar, because internally you're not going to come and interrupt joy, peace, structure, sanity, a flow of how things are going. If you're bringing all of that, you can just stay on the outside and be a spectator. What we're not doing over here is that. So people already, I think, well, I believe, know that I don't take no bull. So coming in, you already got to have yourself together.
Right.
Point blank. And but if you do require, let's say, an extra touch, then I believe that's where, if you want to be mentored, then that's the avenue for that. You have to be teachable. You have to remain, one person, I know you already messed it, because you don't. No one person contains all of the information. So I tell people, my hashtag in life is I'm ever evolving.
Yes.
Because I'm grown. When you're grown, nothing's going in, nothing's coming out.
Right.
But when you're growing, you're open. Things that need to be deleted will be deleted. Things that need to be updated, your software God can download and give you, things. People need to leave. People need to come in. But I'm grown. You stunt your growth. Yeah. I'm ever evolving. Yeah. So for me, I don't deal with the foolishness. I may give you, let's say, an alibi, but after that, love, thank you for your time and your service, and I bless and release you.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Because there's 10 more people who want to be in your spot. How about that?
And that's something I've always known.
It's not personal.
No.
And when you come to the business side, know that it is all business.
Yeah.
And once business is handled, then we can, hey, whatever. But during this time, it is elite focus.
Yeah.
If any distraction, I bet you can tidings. You have to remove yourself from my presence. Period.
Yeah.
So I don't deal with it.
Yeah. I second that, because I don't even have, like you said, I don't have the time. I don't have the time.
Even if I did, I'm not spending and wasting on no food. Right. How about that?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right. Now, give me 3 words that inspire you.
Ooh. Faith, focus, and manifestation.
Yeah.
Faith to take that step on the water, meaning I will step out on nothing and accomplish everything.
Yeah.
Focus is not being distracted when the enemy or the imps or your own self come to try to tell you it's not going to happen, it's not going to work, the finances are not there, people are not, as you say, in accordance to the vision. And then having the fortitude to finish with the focus delivers your manifestation.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that down. I just came up with that. Hold on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Don't worry, it's recorded.
Focus,
you said
faith, focus, and manifestation.
Yeah.
So,
yes. Yeah. I thank you so much for today. We had us.
Look, I was tired, but I feel good.
Right. But see, that's how you know when you have those conversations.
Divine connection.
Yes, they should rejuvenate you.
Yes.
Doesn't mean we're not going to go to sleep after this, but during this moment.
I'm taking myself out to dinner after this.
Right. Oh, good. I'm going to have smoked salmon. I do stuff. Yeah, I'm going to have smoked salmon. It's called lox, but yeah, it's great. It's great stuff. I love it. I'm addicted to it. But I am just so thankful that you took this time and you valued me. And I just want to tell everybody, he was only 8 minutes late. Only 8. He was going crazy, and he was only like, it was, and get it, we didn't start because then I had to leave a comment after reading his
and the
blog
requirements.
and what he was talking about with his children, and I had to leave a comment. Wow. You know, so we're fine. Oh my God. Wow. Tell everyone where they can find you.
Oh, I'm gonna run down everything.
I need all the links. I'm gonna put them under the video, but yeah.
Okay, so like I said, BBS, the final farewell season of Black Business Spotlight, January 18th. We have Forever Fathers. I will be honoring fathers. You can look for that. That's coming around Father's Day. Also, Freshmen, it will have the retreat. Once you see the flyer, I'm telling you, register because it's going to be life-changing. Also, I'm doing or launching, nobody knows this, so I don't know if I should.
It's exclusive.
I'm launching 2 businesses. Right. One will be to do Turo, and the other will be Airbnb. So one is called STG Rides and STG Stays. So look forward to that because my whole brand will be exclusiveness. Yeah. We ain't doing little Hondas and no, like we're if you a celebrity and feel like, then you need to come on and see me, because when you ride in an STG ride, you're going to feel grand. When you stay at an STG stay, you're going to feel like, oh my God, I'm in the green room of the Grammys. So look forward for that. The months to come. Once, like I said, boots on ground in Atlanta. That was something that nobody knows but you.
Exclusive.
And my thing is IG. I'm on Certai Online. My website is certaionline.com. Facebook, Ty Gowdy. YouTube, I might have to revamp, but look forward for the podcast too towards the end of the year, and then I'll send you all the links. So thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the request and the invite, because you made my day. Like I'm so used to okay, let me request, or can you come on the show and da. So to ask or be asked, it was refreshing, and to be able to talk, like you said, your platform, so we can take our time, we can go into different things and say long on a subject. Amazing. Thank you, Queen. Thank you.
My absolute pleasure. It has been a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard the vocal stylings of Sir Ty. Say bye to the people, but don't you click off. Don't go nowhere. Say bye.
Okay. Be blessed and make your dreams a reality. The world is waiting on you.